is Bill Baruch. Welcome back to the program, Bill. Now, I happen to know that on Sunday you sold some Bitcoin. You sold 25% of your crypto holdings. Why did you do that?
Listen, we've had a really nice run off a nice base. And ultimately, what we've seen is the price action retrace back into the sell-off in May. It also aligns with some of the lows when the market was chopping around at the elevated levels in April. So I think there's tremendous resistance there. And it's not uncommon to see where Bitcoin kind of rallies through the weekend as market participants are shut out of stocks and futures and commodities, and they now look at the crypto for additional additional trading abilities, and then you see a little bit of a sell-off heading into the week. Also, I'm looking at this week ahead. I mean, we had CPI data, PPI data, a lot of inflation, infrastructure talking that included discussion on crypto. So for me, it was managing my risk for my broader portfolio as well.
Okay, if you sold some of your crypto, did you buy some stocks?
Not yet. I mean, I think we're getting a little frothy up here in the equity market. I'm fully invested, but I have in stocks, that is, but I do have some protection here at these levels. Now, there are some names that I've looked around in the regional bank sector, and I've added to some positions because I am very bullish on the banks right now.
Do you run across a lot of people like me who are, in retirement age, they got some money, and they're scared stiff about this market, which seems to go up constantly? I am always anxious about the market. You run into people like me a lot, don't you?
Every day. And that's one of the reasons why we like to use some protection within portfolios in times like this, where we get a little frothy, and get creative with some of the option structures that we do use.
Okay, so should I consider selling some of my stuff so that I can sit back and go to sleep at night and sleep easy?
Well, that's a really tough question to answer here, one-on-one but broadly speaking.
With a million viewers watching this, yeah, I know what you mean.
It's always important to rebalance your portfolios and for the individual themselves to stay comfortable with the amount of assets they have allocated to risk on in equities, as well as the overall balance and the blend of the portfolio itself.
Okay, come on, give me some advice. I want serious advice here, Bill, and I won't hold you accountable, believe me. I made a lot of money in Microsoft over the last 20 years. I'm worried about it going up anymore. I'm worried about it going down sharply. Should I sell half of my Microsoft? I'm 73 years old. I can retire anytime I like. What should I do?
Listen, Microsoft is one of our largest holdings. Actually,
I got you on the spot,
number
Bill.
2 holding. I would suggest, if you are personally uncomfortable with the amount of money that you have invested in any individual stock, it's time to trim it. But you also want to take a look at your portfolio as a whole. What are your income needs on a monthly basis or quarterly basis too? So you got to factor a lot of that in. But listen, when it comes down to, if any individual is uncomfortable about the amount of holdings that they have in the stock, then they should be looking to reduce it. But let's look at the broader portfolio. How much do you have invested in equities in general? Are you a 40-60 investor? Are you a 60-40? I doubt you're an 80-20 aggressive investor.
Oh, no, I'm actually 90-10, to be perfectly honest with you, Bill. Unfortunately, I was getting into this conversation, but we're out of time. But come back soon and give me more advice. I might just take it. Bill Baruch, you're all right? It is now 9:30 on a Thursday morning, August the 12th.